You don't feel tired because your life is hard. You feel tired because your brain never gets a moment of silence. The second you wake up, your hand reaches for your phone. Before your feet even touch the floor, you're already consuming. Messages, notifications, videos, noise. And somehow, before the day even begins, you feel behind. That's not an accident. That's conditioning. Your phone isn't just distracting you, it's training your brain to avoid effort. And the scary part is, it feels normal now. You tell yourself you'll just check one thing, 5 minutes, but it turns into 20, then 40. Then suddenly you're rushing through your morning, skipping breakfast, snoozing your alarm again, telling yourself you'll start fresh tomorrow. But tomorrow feels exactly the same. This is where most people get it wrong. They think they have a motivation problem. They don't. They have a control problem. Because motivation doesn't disappear randomly. It gets buried. Buried under constant stimulation. Buried under easy dopamine. Buried under habits that make discipline feel painful. Think about it. Scrolling is easy. Working out is hard. Ordering junk food is easy. Cooking is hard. Avoiding that uncomfortable conversation is easy. Facing it is hard. Your brain learns from repetition, so every time you choose easy, you make hard feel even harder. That's how your phone slowly rewires you. Not overnight, but daily. You start losing your ability to sit still, to focus, to think deeply, to finish what you started. And then you start believing something is wrong with you. Low energy, no consistency, always distracted. But it's not you, it's what you've been practicing. Because whether you realize it or not, you are training your mind every single day. This is why the idea behind discipline wins matters, not as a slogan, but as a reality. Because discipline isn't about doing extreme things, it's about small moments where you choose not to escape. It's choosing to get out of bed when your alarm rings, without checking your phone first. It's sitting with boredom instead of reaching for stimulation. It's finishing one task before jumping to the next. It's doing what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it. That's it. Nothing dramatic, just controlled behavior. Most people are failing because they lack potential. They're failing because they're constantly interrupting themselves. They can't stay with one thing long enough to build momentum. They open their phones while working, scroll during breaks, watch something while eating, switch apps every few minutes, and then they wonder why they feel mentally exhausted without actually doing anything meaningful. That's the trap. Your brain is busy, but not productive. And over time, that creates a dangerous identity. You start seeing yourself as someone who can't focus, someone who quits, someone who tries but never follows through. That identity is built quietly, in moments no one sees. Like when you skip your workout because you stayed up late scrolling, or when you avoid starting something important because your mind feels scattered, or when you tell yourself just one more video instead of going to sleep. These aren't small decisions. They are votes for the kind of person you become. And here's the hard truth. No one is coming to fix this for you. Not a new app, not a better routine, not even a burst of motivation. Because the problem isn't outside, it's in your daily choices. The way you use your phone is a reflection of how much control you actually have in your life. And right now, for a lot of people, that control is weak. But it doesn't have to stay that way. You don't need to delete everything. You don't need to disappear from the world. You just need to start noticing. Notice how often you reach for your phone without thinking. Notice how uncomfortable it feels to do nothing. Notice how quickly you escape when something feels difficult. That awareness is where it begins. Then comes the shift. Not a big one, a small one. You wake up and you don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes. You sit in silence, even if it feels strange. You start one task and you finish it before checking anything. You feel the urge to scroll and you pause instead of reacting. That pause is power. That's where discipline starts to grow. Not on perfect days, but in controlled moments. And slowly, your brain changes. Focus gets easier, decisions get clearer, energy comes back. Not because life got easier, but because you stopped making it harder. You stopped negotiating with yourself. You stop escaping discomfort. You stop feeding habits that weaken you. And something shifts. You begin to trust yourself again. That's what most people are really missing. Not motivation, trust. Because deep down, you know when you're avoiding your own potential. You feel it. Every time you choose easy over right. But the moment you start choosing differently, even in small ways, that feeling starts to change. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Because your life isn't shaped by what you do once. It's shaped by what you allow every day. And right now, your phone is deciding more of your life than you are. That should bother you. Not in a dramatic way, but in a real, honest way. Enough to make a change. Not tomorrow, today. Because discipline isn't something you talk about. It's something you practice, quietly, daily, without excuses. And in the end, it comes down to this. Discipline is a daily choice, and the choices you own will shape the life you live.